someone left a voicemail message question for us to answer. Here it is.
Let's hear.
How do you deal with needy family members and needy friends? For instance, they always need to borrow money, which is no problem because they do pay back. But there's always some urgency. They need it right then, and they're just crazy with it. As well as friends that want you to go out with them all the time. You're like, hey, I'm trying to budget here. And you have a large list of friends. How do you accommodate or deal with somebody who's constantly needing something?
So the question is, how do you deal with needy friends, whether
or relatives.
or relatives, whether they're asking you for money or other types of friends who want to go out all the time and aren't
24/7.
thinking about the fact that, some people have financial budgets too.
Or that you have a life.
Yeah.
Well, firstly, if a family member is constantly asking you for money, if you have it, fine, give it, but don't expect it to be returned. And at some point, I think you have to say no, depending on if it's a teenager and they want to go to a movie or something like that, and not using it for something bad. Say, all right, I'll do it once in a while, but I wouldn't make a steady routine out of it. Or
What if it's a lot more money than going to a movie,
Well, if it's more than depending on the age, if they need it for something that's very important and you can spare it, don't expect it to be returned.
Mhm.
I really just always figure loaning to a friend or a family member is a loan, basically, that'll never get repaid. And the other about the neediness, as far as I'm concerned, there are lots of people who are very needy, but you know what? You have to at some point say, listen, don't say it to them, but to yourself, I have a life. I have to figure it out. I don't mind, once a week or whatever, having dinner or having lunch or catching a drink with someone, but if it can't be on a daily,
But
some
how do
people
you
would
do
do
it though? Like, how
you
do
have
you
to say, I have other plans and I'm sorry. I'll see you next week. You almost have to cut it off in the beginning.
Mhm.
If you see that's the personality of the person, you're going to have to either sit down and talk to them and say, listen, there are so many other things I have to do. I love being with you, but we have to be careful. It's becoming all encompassing and I can't do this at this point in my
Probably
life.
the right answer, to be honest, but I get, like, not wanting to hurt people's
Oh,
feelings.
no, you shouldn't say it in a
Or say
hurtful
no,
way.
or, like, sometimes they kinda make you feel guilty for, like, not hanging out with them.
Oh, well,
Like, I felt that in
you've had
previous
that, right.
friendships. So, it is a tough one, but I think, like, you have to, yeah, be honest with yourself and be like, "I'm not gonna allow this person to guilt
Right.
me. Like, I wanna have a life other than this person." And, like, keep things in perspective, like, you know what's normal and what's
Right.
not. Like, if someone wants to hang out more than once a week, that's, like, a lot.
It is a lot.
So, I think, yeah, just say to them, "Let's
Especially if
make
you
a
have
plan
other
a week from
things.
now," or
If you have
something.
nothing doing and you want to hang out with
Right.
them, that's fine.
Right.
But if you have other commitments, you have to say, "Listen, I love being with you, but I have other commitments and I really can't do it. Maybe we'll see each other next week."
Yeah.